Hey everyone, this is Two Kitten Funko Review. I'm Thomas.
I'm Morgan.
And today we have a community Funko review. This is all six figures that we know of thus far. These came out this year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a huge Community fan. Like, I love Community. I was super happy to get this series. I was a little upset overall that they didn't do more of them or all of them. They didn't do Bridget. I think that's her name, Bridget?
No, Britta.
Britta, like the filter. Britta.
Yep.
Bridget. Who is Bridget? I don't know why I have such a difficulty with her name. Like, I know Shirley, I know Annie, I know Jeff, I know Abed, of course Troy, and Ben Chang. So we're going to start off with, looks like Shirley. Actually, so the crazy thing I love about these pops is the details that they put into the characters overall to sort of represent, of course, you know, the scenes that they came from as well as, you know, who they are. So this one is Shirley.
Stand alert.
She has her Jesus apron on, church
He
apron.
is risen. Is this from the Thanksgiving episode?
I think so.
So, it's 2 pieces of bread and a cross, and it says he is risen.
I got a message. If you didn't hear that.
Somebody actually likes him. She's even got the wooden spoon in her hand.
So she's a baker. This is what she uses to bake in. So this is the Thanksgiving episode where they all go to her house, and it's sort of more like a prison than it is a house. And it's a great episode. I mean, like, most of the episodes are really, really great, really funny. But this one just takes the cake, literally. So this is Shirley. I love the details because they didn't hold off with the apron. They went all out. She's got a ring on her finger. You can see that. I mean, the apron actually has the ties in the back. She's got her wooden spoon. I mean, they definitely went above and beyond when it came to these pops. Like, the details. Because if you've watched the show, like, there's so much intricacy with the clothes that they're wearing that help with the episodes and their representation of who they are and what they're trying to accomplish. So
we got Shirley.
There's Shirley. Who's next? One of my favorite characters, and probably a lot of other people's, is Ben Chang. Why can't I get... Oh, there we go. Trying to get the... So, if you're not familiar with who Ben Chang is, you should be. So, Ben Chang...
No stand alert.
Is Ben Chang. So, Ben Chang originally was a teacher. Can you give me Shirley's box?
Spanish teacher?
He was the Spanish teacher. Who essentially didn't know Spanish. They find out, and he gets fired. And then he comes up with Changnesia. But this is not part of those. Then he becomes Kevin. This is actually Paintball Chang.
That's what the gun is for.
It's actually a paintball. Tiger striped paintball. So essentially what this... Community had about 3 or 4 episodes of paintball where they would destroy the whole school and do crazy things.
It would offer stuff if you won the paintball, like
early registration.
I think one was actually money one year.
$50,000.
So.
Yeah, I mean they went all crazy, but it's
matchstick in his mouth.
It's a great episodes. I love the paintball episodes.
They're pretty funny. So I didn't watch Community until I met Thomas, and then we watched it on Hulu.
We did watch it. It is on Hulu. All 6 seasons are on Hulu.
So it was really cool to watch and check them out.
Yes.
So that was Ben Chang.
So Ben Chang is just one of those absolute crazy characters. and Ken Jeong, who plays Ben Chang, formerly doctor. Well, he's still a doctor, from my understanding. But he is a comedian. He didn't really like being a doctor, so he wanted to be more of an entertainer, and he became one.
Most people know him from The Hangover.
Chow. And he actually talks about it on his Netflix special that just came out this year. So if you haven't seen it, worth
checking out if you guys
have Netflix.
Want to check him out.
It's pretty funny.
So
I know we're promoting all this other stuff and talking about Pops, but either way,
it's still related because it's all pop culture. It's the same actor.
It's all pop culture.
Annie
Edison, OCD Annie.
Annie's got some issues, so stand alert for Annie.
She does have some issues. So Annie's one of those characters who sort of becomes a romantic interest to a couple characters in the show. She's also one of the main female characters. So you have 6 characters altogether who are the main characters at the very... Actually, 7. There are 7. Jeff Winger, Troy, Abed, Annie, Shirley, Britta, and...
Chevy Chase's character.
What is his name now? Pierce Hawthorne.
Yep.
Got it. I'm like Reese in my head. I'm like, that's not right. Pierce. For whatever reason, they didn't make 2 characters.
They didn't do a Britta and they didn't
do a Chevy.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And it's kind of hard to tell with her hair, but even her book that she's holding says Spanish. So
that's essentially one of the reasons how they all met is through Spanish 101, which was Ben Chang's course.
Professor Chang.
Professor Chang. Actually, it wasn't Professor. It was just Chang. Mr. Chang. Whatever. Anyway, so that's... Annie's one of those characters. I like her character overall. Just some of the things she does is sort of like a really moment for me. So the next are my 3 favorite characters. Well, technically I like Chang a little bit more than I like this next character coming up, but he's still a great character. He's actually
kind of the main character.
Jeff Winger, a.k.a.
Jeff Winger.
No, the actor's name.
I don't know.
Really? Joe McHale. It's Joe McHale. Joe McHale. Jeff Winger. So he is the cool, middle-aged, older gentleman. Not really middle-aged. He's like 30 in the show. 30, 35. My age, pretty much. But he's like... You called
yourself middle-aged.
I am middle-aged. I feel old, folks. But he is sort of the main character of the show. Without Jeff Winger, the show would probably not be as...
Cell phone in his hand.
As much, because essentially Jeff Winger starts the Spanish club or Spanish study group to hook up with Britta. We don't have a pop to show you Britta, so we can reenact the scene. But, that's why he starts the Spanish study group. Then all these other folks get invited, and then you have Community.
Yep.
So without him, you wouldn't have Community. Or would you? Actually, you wouldn't. Because most of the characters were already there prior, and they didn't meet each other. So, Jeff Winger, too cool for school.
Just a cell phone in his hand.
Yep, he was a lawyer, faked the bar exam, had to study to pass it, became a lawyer. One of his cohorts didn't like it, ratted him out. Loses his job. Surprised he doesn't get disbarred. Goes to local Greendale. Now, I would love to see a Greendale human pop. It would be the creepiest thing ever. But it would be amazing at the same time.
So, if you guys have not seen the TV show, the Greendale human is the Greendale mascot for the community college that they all go to. And it's basically a person in a green bodysuit, like... It's
a white bodysuit. It's not even a green bodysuit. It's like a white, off-color, weird-ish, grayish bodysuit. It makes absolutely no sense. It is crazy. Like there's no mouth holes, there's no eye holes, there's not even a nose. Like it's literally just a face mask. Oh, you were yawning. I was like, what did you do to my mom?
Nope, I was yawning. I'm sorry.
So this is one of my favorite characters, Troy Barnes. The reason why I like Troy is because not only is he Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, comedian, rapper, actor, all around great individual, funny,
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. He's also in the not the newest Spider-Man, but Spider-Man Far From or Homecoming. He as Miles Morales' uncle, so he may potentially become a villain. Who knows? Which would be really cool, but I don't foresee that coming. I don't. But anyway,
And of course, he was in Solo.
He was in Solo. He was Lando Calrissian. Donald Glover is actually big into the comic book scenes, obviously with Spider-Man and stuff like that. This was pretty much one of his very first roles overall. He's a great writer. He's written Atlantic or ATL, which I have yet to see, but I've heard great things about it. But anyway, back to why I like Troy as a character, because he starts off as this jock who hurts himself so that way he doesn't have to live up to the hype, and then becomes so much more this nerdy, thoughtful individual who meets his best friend, and they have these crazy adventures, and they become very nerdy together because it sort of draws out Troy's,
Geekdom.
geek side. And also because they have a great show. Troy and Abed in the morning. Troy and Abed. So if you haven't noticed, and we didn't really talk about these pops, you can see that Troy has one of the cups from Troy and Abed in the morning. And so does Abed. So that's their show, Troy and Abed. So my two favorite characters, Troy and Abed. Abed is the one on the right or left, depending on which side. This is Abed. This is Abed. Abed is sort of a dysfunctional human being, but because he is so dysfunctional, he's actually the most functional. Britta does a psych eval on him, and this is the one, that passes it. He gets lost in his head. He's a movie buff director, crazy guy who loves I can't even think of it. It's essentially a spoof of Doctor Who, which is amazing, which you should see. Not Doctor Who, but the show itself. But their relationship is amazing. Like, Troy and Abed have a secret handshake. They have fun with each other, do these crazy shenanigans. And it's, without them and their intricacy together, the show would sort of just be very blah.
Become best friends. They become roommates.
Best friends, roommates, until Troy decides to sail around the world.
And you're just left with Abed.
And then you're left with Abed.
So. But they're basically kind of a set. That's why Thomas talked about them together.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, everything they do together in the show. Like, once they become best friends sort of thing, like, there's no separation between them. Like, they're always together sort of thing. They even actually have an episode where they do a Freaky Friday.
Which was kind of weird. So, basically, yeah. Well, that's kind of weird.
It's funny, though. It's a good show.
So if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check out Community. Like I said, it's on Hulu, all the seasons.
Yeah, I recommend stopping at season 5.
Just watch them all.
Season 5.
So again, this is the Community set. Jeff Winger, Troy Barnes, Abed Deer, and Annie Edison, Shirley Bennett, and Ben Chang. So we have them all. Which we got with our crazy hot topic. We got $500 worth of pops for $250 because of their hot cash. and grabbed this. So that was a good thing, good deal to get. So yeah,
It's the series I wanted anyway. Like even if we didn't get that deal, we would have gotten them.
Yeah, we would have gotten eventually, but of course, having all that hot cash and being able to buy all the Funkos allowed us to get them quicker for Thomas.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys liked it. Let us know what your favorite Community episode is, maybe your favorite Community character, what you like about Community.
Why do you think they didn't make a Britta or a Pierce Hawthorne Pop? Do you think they might make one later, sort of thing?
Yeah. And of course, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to us here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram to Kittens Funko with the number 2. Don't forget, we are also still doing the giveaway. 250 subscribers here on YouTube, 500 on Instagram.
That's
and
right.
We're giving away the Lion King box.
Now remember, it's not combined, so it's not like we're having 500 on Instagram and 250. It's 1 and 1. Once we hit 250 on YouTube, we're gonna do the giveaway. Once we hit 500, we're gonna do another giveaway. We actually have 3 boxes altogether. 1 we're keeping, 2 we're giving away.
Yep.
So.
And of course, we do have a video of that unboxing
Yep.
on our YouTube. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out, as well as all of our other videos. And don't forget to tell your friends, share the love, and we will see you guys next time.
Hasta mañana.
Have a good day, guys.